on the right foot for the CT side. Magic still working into that long position as Yakinda charges forward. Does get dealt with. Zywoo is traded at the very least. Sorry, 4 versus 3 can ensue for the Vitality side. Flitz still fighting in from short as Kicker strikes on towards long, and both those players can combine, get their headshots together, and look for the last man on the A site itself. James strikes back towards mid, gets the pre. It's Masuta standing alone, gets himself a frag, and does have bomb in his domain to hold off against 2 more T-side players. He's forced on a reload, and he's well aware of Flit, maybe less so of James. The outsiders will form up into the upper tunnels. All 5 players out there. The Tech 9 and the Beagle. First 3 players out of position. The SMG for Dupree getting flashed out, blinded, overwhelmed by the pistol. And numbers game in the end works out for the outsiders. We're hearing the footsteps dropping down here. Flit's going to spot 2 heads, put a smoke up to the doorway, and that was a perfectly played bait and switch from the outsiders' camp. Zywoo tagged low. Flit can strike with a flanking from mid and Kicker. It's part Magic's trying to hold back a car, but doesn't manage to hold on forever. Only 1 kill to his name. 3 on 2 for the outsiders. Kick up with another flank. Masuta can't deal with it this time, but tagged low in a 2v2 retake for the outsiders. Utility flashes thrown over. Dupree will get caught by it. Magis can swing, take a kill on Flit alongside Buster falling. Yakinda with 1 decent trade. Kick up with another. Dupree, lone man standing on the site itself. Doesn't get away against James Orb. The bomb can cross. It can get planted. 2v2 on the retake again.
Without a kit to work with, it's going to be tough. And you wonder if outsiders want to try and fight immediately. James going to get that molly down towards window. Slow the whole round down for Vitality.
Stop any progression in that particular part of the map up. In from the B doors, they'll look to go. Masuta just peeking in slowly, gonna flash his way over. Eyes turned away. Zywoo gonna peek ahead of the flames, catch Yakinda with a quick no scope, and Masuta can respond with the M4. Lock it in, a second round of Vitality.
A very good idea there of what outsiders wanted to do. So James was holding the mid-cross with the AWP.
In the mid position, the kill gets found, and now they lock it in. They've got to commit hard to the ace site. Zywoo standing ready to receive them as Masuta tries to lock in the backstab. Doesn't get away with the kills back. Zywoo does find 1. Flit tag to 22. Zywoo makes it a double up on Yakinda. To look for the angles though. 20 seconds. The teams are going to make an action, and Flit will finally fall alongside Kicker to the hands of Masuta. Yakinda finds his flank, looks for Apex, and transfers through the smoke as well. Needs to get the triple, but can't quite lock it in. If James can do so, got to grab the bomb, got to get the plant immediately.
Get that bomb down, then see if he can set himself up for the 1v2. They're not giving them respect, they're charging.
They've seen the jump face. James now knows what's going on. AWP against them both. Shot doesn't connect as Dupree peaks with Major Spate, and it will be a 6th round of Vitality now. Do Vitality check this position, because he could be the round winner right here. Masuta and Apex both checking the tunnel's entrance kill. Found spray, not quite great for the second man. Now James got a lot of work to do covering both sides of the site. Peeks in and misses his shot. M4 gets traded up by Yakinda, and now it's Zywoo taking 1 and not hitting the no-scope on the second.
The upper tunnels, Magic's just trying to get a 1-for-1. Doesn't quite happen. It's the information though. The players spotted around that top mid position, and the bomb too, but they lose Masuta. The trades keep coming.
Against 2 players, he can't hold off forever, and indeed Zywoo catches the frag.
In theory, it's the right play. You've gained the B site. You want to bring that bomb over, but because the contact gains so quickly, look how long it's going to take James with the bomb to get right back over. Zywoo gets caught down into the lower tunnels. He's got to get the smoke into mid to lean up to A.
Flash is going to go for a directive face, James. 17 seconds, he's got to try to win the fight now. Dupree's watching it from the mid doorway. AWP, not even required. Creeping around here. AK, Yakinda. This is the first head, gets the second. Has a second opportunity, but it's Buster there to bail him out. James gets traded in the interim. A 3 versus 2. Outsiders still yet to get the bomb down. Masuta is still blocking them out of the sight. The nade's coming into Gandalf. Yakinda goes dropping. Buster on 30 HP. The flanking from Kicker lands on 1. Burst fire, gets that second as well. So it's a high note for the outsiders to close out their T side.
Are coming in for numbers.
Oh, the kill against Zywoo not found. It's him, Magisk, and Masuta that overwhelm the outsiders here on the A bomb site. Buster can at least get 1 trade.
And now you start thinking about what are the options here for the outsiders. Is it an over-rotation from one of the B players from Buster to start putting some pressure down onto mid? Because while that's happening, he smoked it off. They're already walking out the upper tunnels.
Gap in that smoke. Who's going to be able to abuse it first? Buster leans in. Yakinda catches Dupree, but Magis gets Buster in return. Look at the damage being done to Vitality here. This round is still on the table for the outsiders camp, but I don't know how much info they have towards it. With them now taking the B site, it looks like the outsiders are out of the round, especially as Yakinda falls. He can hold his position. Flit needs to strike as Kicker does so, and Masuta can double up instead. Top of the boxes, double up. Zywoo with a kill back. Kicker can get a trade, but Dupree fast to respond. The bomb goes down. Buster in a 1-on-3 scenario. He does at least find a trade, but surely this retake is off. He thinks so. Yeah, 2-for-1 trades at the Eagle of Buster striking out towards that B tunnel position. Will start to aggress as well to try and catch information as ZywOo starts to act here in Longhouse. Meanwhile, Apex making his moves up towards the short control, but the onus is still on ZywOo to get all the frags. Expecting a counteraction boost, flashes in, or duck down. Apex will get caught. The shot misses. James going to fall away. Buster can find the trade back. 7 seconds. Bomb's got to get denied. Masuta will fall for it, but Magic locks in the sight. James connects the shot, and Dupree is left alone. Planted away from him as well behind the box. Is not here for long.
What a brilliant smoke in from Buster just to stall that play. Because like you mentioned, they lose the CT play of Apex. 30 seconds on the clock. You've got to start counteracting in mid.
Sees Masuta, but Masuta wins that fight. Smoke CT, they're going to try and commit towards this. The AWP, blind as a bat, getting a couple of close shots, but they do not commit. Buster now in the corner, spots Masuta, but Masuta domes in a double, and it's James now switching to the AK, charging ahead of the smoke with no kit and no util. He's seen one on the floor, but he's got to commit to this retake now. Magisk up in the window, and he's waiting for this player to peek him.
Oh, timing's going to be everything, and Vitality just know we don't need to overface. We just need to peek together. And James trying to get out the aggressive duel, but it's not coming at all. Majest finally aggressing through the window, 16-7. That felt like a breeze for Vitality in map 1, Jay.
That it did. It started off so positive as well for the Outsiders. Felt like they were going to hold their own on Dust too, but as soon as things went bad, they went real bad. Let them charge forward and see what's really going on. They won't break up this 4-man stack. He will end up falling for it, but now Jamin, Yakinda, and Kicker have got a clean house against him. Jamin will be responded to by ZywOo. 3v3 scenario. Bomb has been dropped on the short position, and Yakinda is rotating to angle. Magic still with a backstab potential, still sat there in the banana position. He's got to try to join his teammates, because that bomb is lost to the Vitality side.
Yeah, get a big wrap right back in towards City Spawn could be an option. ZywOo just trying to get that bomb back, get into the bomb site, get that down, and then put the pressure on from the post plant.
Well, Magis will get caught off towards mid. The concessions made towards long will allow the bomb to get planted. Apex watching for both those short players. Should have seen info onto at least one, maybe two of them. ZywOo now going to peek alongside and try to catch off Yakinda, spot the player, but still unable to get the kill. Now turning attention towards long, but just not at the right time as Buster catches his head. It's Apex alone in the 1v3 clutch. 2 heads to find out here towards the shore. He gets one, but not quite the second. And Outsiders secure the opening pistol. Nades out for Magis because he tries to get things going on map 2 of this matchup. 3-1 is the current scoreline, trying to get that fourth back on the board. Vitality continue momentum. Nades set pretty nicely. Masuta and Dupree will get caught for it, but Flick can't win a better fight for his own trouble. Kicker focusing on the wrong individual as well as Yakinda. He sprays through against the boost up players though. Should see them coming in. The Nades back might do some significant damage. In fact, it gets Masuta 4 versus 4. Magisk also going to get caught off by Buster. Dupree seeing the edge of the smoke. Kicker running out of ammo though. Maintains the 4v3 scenario for the Outsiders. That backup is not rotated, but I don't think it's needed with Kicker and Buster finding their double apiece. And Apex alone in the 1 versus 4 does find that one trade. No more though. And this looks like the rat play in, split into the B site with Yakinda catching Magic, though that could throw things off. And indeed, ZywOo will also fall. The smoke's going down at the arches ahead of Banana. That bomb going to commit towards that B site though, and ZywOo pulls distraction. Meanwhile, Buster sat back in new box. He's just going to play sneaky beaky as the AWP rotates position, drawing their attention away from the backside as the flick misses out, but the kill comes in. The bomb's not denied. Mattis will still go down, and now it's Apex up against them all, and ZywOo continues to flank, and these two players have brought it back again. ZywOo with a double, Yakinda with a trade, and knows exactly where the last man is. A 1v1. Just hold down the defuse as ZywOo can't get there in time. That nade is useless. It doesn't even land right. Struggling with a clean off shot. Flip will come forward. Jane will get ZywOo at least. So a couple of exits will be found against the Vitality side, but they're going hunting because they know that Outsiders, every casualty is going to harm them in the next buy. Kick out will fall, so they only get 2 rifles. AWP of James saved from the previous lines up a collateral, and that changes the complexion of things.
Now that's exactly what they need in a round like this, where you're not working with a massive amount. Wonder how the teams play this. They try and gain the control out towards construction. Already, Buster's been able to spam one through the smoke and make it another onto ZywOo. The bomb's going to cross and Apex deals with him.
Massive impact for Buster though, setting up the retake here as Flip will get Apex after the bomb goes down. It's Masuta in the 1v3 clutch. Watching that Coffin's entrance, watching construction for Flip to make his moves in. Kicker making his own moves out. He checks out that main entrance. It's all a case of timing. If Masuta looks the wrong way at the wrong moment, then it's lights out for him. Incendiary to the new box. Instead, over at second, he gets his peek in and gets the kill on Flip. But Jane with the AWP so ready for the reface. AWP gonna try to look for the trade back. Sees him at the crack angle, sees his teammate as well. Did he get spotted is the big question. The flashbang will make that a non-issue. He thinks he's fallen back to the balcony. Nades on Flit, the 24 HP in the AWP, strikes back on one, drops into the second Flit, bails him out, the quick scope shots, and the AK doubles up, but a 2 versus 2 situation favors Vitality on the HP alone.
I have no idea how Flit was able to get 2 kills in pit. He got triple naded down to such low HP, and now Yakinda's coming in quickly. He's hearing these footsteps from Apex jumping down.
Magisk also taking some damage there on the site itself. Yakinda leaning forward. Head scene. Spray comes up good for Yakinda. It's Apex in the clutch. 1v2, not impossible as he finds the angle. Buster needs to trade, and that's exactly what he does.
Apex looking for that response, dealing with the first, just continuing to fight over towards this banana position. Doesn't have any teammates, and eventually he's going to fall. Now the long contact and Flit's seeing it.
Onside Kicker, they've got to hold down the site itself. Flit comes up dead, and Dupree overwhelms Kicker the same. So, a 3v2. Smoke's going down. Yakinda and James. Julie standing by. Dupree gets away with one decent frag. Apex is trading back. Dupree doubles up, trying to make it a triple if possible. The headshot's perfect. He's finally overwhelmed, and Masuta has it covered against James, who will eventually fall. A nice, confident, clean pistol for Vitality. Smoke set in on the boiler. It's Zaiwu with the opening frag. Down at Banana, kick up, falling. Flit finds Dupree out in the apartments. Magisk can strike on Buster in at brackets. He's the only player on this A site, though. Second man's already crossed back, and he does find Flit somehow in the interim. Meanwhile, Yakinda caught off over Archers, gets 1 kill and 2. Tries to get that third and reads Masuta well, but is unable to find the pick back. Now it's James standing alone in his own clutch situation. AK in hand, the bomb on his back. One boost almost successful for Zaiwu. Going to charge ahead of that smoke, but James going to catch him, seeing him above it. Well placed, well played, good pick. Good start again. Vitality looking for their responses. The flashbang in against Masuta. Dives out of the sandbags, not protected by a teammate. Kickout finds the right angle. Gets a 5 versus 3 in.
Yeah, punishing an overpeat there from Zaiwu, working on the edge of the smoke. James reading that. Apex is just going to try and stay alive, get as much damage in as possible, and unfortunately, he is just getting so wiped by those flashes.
Flashbang in from that man. We'll try peek ahead of it. Molotov will try driving back. Zaiwu also caught up in a flashbang, but no one deals with him. Flit trades back. Magic, the rifler in a pit, dealt with. James, the AWP, does find a pick back the pistol of Zaiwu. Gets it to a 1v2. It's all on Flit. Out of the apartments. Backup is on the way, but backup is not required. Zaiwu with a... Doesn't try and act towards the response. He could have called that trade there, but opts against it. Zaiwu caught looking the wrong way. A second shot misses. He gets tagged up, but only by so much. Dupree trying to bail him out, but Zaiwu can only last so long. 18 seconds. They've got to get the bomb down to the site, and Dupree is repositioned all the way back in the box. Corner Buster checks it. Still falls, as does Yakinda. And it will be a triple for Dupree as well. A quadra in the round, and a 12th rounder. That for Vitality, building up their lead at last.
You feel for Buster and Kicker in that round. They found so much impact with those kills towards top of Banana, and it didn't make a difference. And now the AWP actually gets caught off guard by a wide swing.
And 4 in for Apex, struggling, running and gunning, dealt with by Yakinda. Magic can at least get a trade back. Needs to focus on James, who turns up with a Tech 9, and just like that, the Outsiders has stunned us as much as Vitality did. An all-important steal. Playing against him, he's going to get caught by Kicker regardless. Masuta on site, gets one. SMG of Apex lines up 2 and gets them both. Flit needs to trade it, but it's a triple from the FP9. The P2K's pulled out as well. James needs to tap him back. AWP finally lands his kill and should secure the plant in time, but there's 2 CTs on the way, and surely they just charge round the corner, tap his head off his shoulders, and bring in another round for Vitality.
Oh, they needed someone to step up.
That starts to lean in and gives up the ghost. The trade is there for Flit at least.
Yeah, they've opened up the short side completely now. Nothing out from the balcony or from that short position. It's both 2 CTs out to long.
Oh, Dupree with the blind sprays though now. Buster's got to get them both. Transfer back and forth. Doesn't even get the first frag. And the bomb's been dropped. Turn at the right moment, he's caught looking the wrong way. Apex now has the info. The other 2 players are the Outsiders. They've got to act now. Smoke down at the cross. Molotov ahead at the construction entrance. Yakinda not checking the first boost. Masuta drops him. James with the AWP gets that frag. Now needs to hold on to 2 more. We'll stick the bomb plant in. Apex going for the blind shot attempts, but not quite on position. And now James, flash turned away from looking to the edge of the smoke. Now getting back behind the new boxes. They can see them. Apex on site to tap that bomb if possible. They hear the footsteps about the corner. Shot does not connect as the smoke goes up in time, but James gets his double up. His quadra in this round. The miracle worker needs the ultimate of miracles now. Zaiwu's on the bomb. Zaiwu's on the bomb, and James can't get there in time. What do you do when miracles are not enough? You lose out match point to Vitality now.
Oh my goodness, he was on for the ace of that.
How much attention does that draw right here? The real execute comes in. Nays back from Magic trying to catch off Flit. Will dish out the damage. It's still going to be the A commit here. It all comes down to these defenders. Or is it the rap call? 13 seconds. It comes up to Masuta. It comes up to Dupree still. Time's running too short. Kicker overwhelms one. Dupree there. SMG catches the ball carrier. No, he doesn't. One swing from Yakinda saves his teammate and saves the round for the Outsiders.
That is a VP special, going into the B site with such limited time left on the clock.
Yeah, commitment. Molotov smokes going down. Deagle tapping for ZywOo. Not hitting the headshots. Does catch Kicker in the end. Buster with a decent responsive. And must know that Masuta is right back there as well. Deagle back, still doing his damage. Buster's back's turned to the other two CT players here. Apex all full. And now it's all left to Magic Kit. So back at New Box just to hide until the time is right.
Yeah, just hoping that Outsiders don't clear the bomb site, that they think that the stack was only 3 players, and that they don't check in completely.
Oh, Yakinda will get caught for it. That's a decent kill. Buster caught ding down as well. Hold on. He's low. He's dead. The AK is in Magic's hands, and Flit has got a clutch against an Eco. Dupree will get caught off guard. It's a 1v1 with a T-side player to save it, but it's an Eco steal from Magic's to make it a 16-13, a 2-0 victory for Vitality as the Outsiders are sent outside of the series.
Oh my goodness, what a way to close it out there. That did not seem like it was the round to do so. My goodness, Jay, who would have expected that happening? Such limited weaponry, and they somehow get the job done.